Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do the July month budget. This is going to be an entire budget for the entire month that I'm going to be staring at so I can know exactly how to break down my bi-weekly paychecks in order to accomplish all of my July budget goals. So let's get started. So right here, this is my budget planner. This is the Babe Support Babes Big Happy Planner Notes dotted line paper. This was found from the Wrong collection that Happy Planner came out with. All I did was add the metallic rose gold rings for more space and then added the two 6-month extension packs so I can have monthly views. Of course, when we look at here, the first thing I decided to do is include my debt tracker. So this is Debt Free Land by Debt Free Charts on Instagram and her blog. This was a free resource she had. I printed it out and then I just broke down my debt. I usually include these in my Instagram, so if you're interested, go ahead and check me out. I'll have all my social media platforms down below. And before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're interested in all things budget, life related, and plans. So as you guys see in my previous video, I did do my debt tracker. This is what it is. I have 7 debts currently, and this month I'm gonna be focusing on paying off Bank of America just because I am not into that card anymore. This card irritates me. I can't do it. But if I were to continue with the Debt Snowball, City card would be my next priority. But however, I am going to swap it out for Bank of America just because I want to get it out of my life, out of my mind, and so forth. So anywho, this is a monthly view. I will be tracking all my expenses and you'll be seeing this in the near future. But we are going to go ahead and get started with the July budget. This was like an oopsie sticker kit that I had. The print didn't come out, but I do have the summer print and stuff. But we're just going to deal with what we have. So if you're interested in any of the sticker kits that are shown here, these are from my Etsy shop. So let's get started. So as usual, I always try to estimate exactly to the T of what my income looks like. So like that, there's no surprises. I don't make these numbers up. I know this is usually what's gonna come in. So right now I'm on a weekly rate of $622, and if I multiply that by 2 because I get paid bi-weekly, I'm looking at $1,244 bi-weekly. Now if I multiply that by 2 because I do get paid twice a month, I'm looking to have a total income of $2,488 in the entire month from my job. So let me go ahead and do that. So I have an estimated income of $2,488. That is what I'm planning on seeing for the entire month of July, but it does not include my online income, which is YouTube. This is just what I live off. If YouTube did not exist, side hustles didn't exist, nothing exists except for my main job, that's what I would be looking at. Now we're going to move on to the monthly necessities. Now what monthly necessities are, if you follow the Dave Ramsey plan, is that it is your rent. It's basically your 4 walls. Your rent, your food, your transportation, anything that to keep the lights and everything running in your house and in your home and everything so you can go to work back and forth and survive. So of course the first thing is rent. My rent portion currently now is $895. That is what I'm going to be contributing for the entire month. That is going to be my set allowance right there to keep my household running. Next I have my cell phone bill, because as usual I need to be able to call my job, I need to be able to check in with them, all these kinds of things are happening with me at the moment, so my cell phone is very important to keep me going. So that is a $57 payment all the time. And if you're wondering, I have my cell phone with Spectrum. That's why it's so low, and my phone is paid off, and the only thing that is being extra paid on there is insurance, just because I'm the type of person that will lose her phone or break it and all that stuff, because it has happened within a week's moment that when I bought it. Alright, next off, I don't have a gas bill at the moment because I have a climate change for California credit still on there, so I am not going to pay my natural gas bill. But we are going to concentrate now on things like food. So for groceries, I like to do a bi-weekly grocery of $80. Now this is only my portion. A lot of people ask me how is it that my grocery fund is so low. Is because this is only my portion. You do not see my partner's portion included in this. So my contribution bi-weekly is $80, and since there's 4 weeks, I do $160 to budget for that. Next off, I have my gasoline, and that is for me to go back and forth from work, doctors, and all of that stuff. Just, you know, my regular transportation. And I'm looking at $70 currently for bi-week, for every 2 weeks. Every time I have to fill up, it's $35 a week. So 35 times 2 is 70. And since that's on a bi-weekly basis, I'm estimating $140 for gasoline. Next, we have laundry. I don't have laundry at home. I actually go out and do laundry at a facility. Very annoying, so lucky you if you have a laundry at home. I have to budget this out for, and usually I spend about $15, so I'm gonna go ahead and estimate 30, and that'll be 15 and 15 bi-weekly. Sorry, if you hear background noise, it's just my complex. People are coming in and out. It is the summer, so everyone's out and about on vacation. So if you hear any background noise, I'm so sorry. But anywho, let's move it on. For monthly necessities, I also include myself as a monthly necessities. I need to be able to give myself some breathing room, some stress-free time for myself. And for that, I include spending money for myself. And I like to do 15 for each week, so 30 and 30. So I like to give myself at least $60 of allowance for the month. Now this doesn't mean I'm gonna go ahead and spend it all, but it is nice to have there in my wallet, because sometimes the stress of budgeting and the stress of having such a tight, you know, struggle going on, it gets to you, and it's nice to have a small budget for yourself just so you can go a little crazy, even if it's at the 99-cent store, at the Dollar Tree, at the dollar spot or Target. Anything makes a huge difference. Like for me, a Coke and medium fries make the world of a difference, or a trip to Starbucks. You don't even understand. Like my life gets complete like that. So that is what I consist of all my monthly necessities. Car. Anyway, but yeah, that is what my monthly necessities include. Now, if you're wondering where is my car insurance, where is my health insurance, where is my Wi-Fi, where is all this nonsense, I will tell you. My car insurance does get pulled automatically before I get paid. However, this month I will be looking into it, but I will put it in this section right here. And as for health insurance, it's already pre-deducted from my paycheck as well. Currently, I'm on family medical leave, so I don't know how that is transpiring, but my job is paying for that currently. Don't question me. I don't know. I'm just going to go by what they tell me, and I don't have to worry about it as of right now. And then as for Wi-Fi, that usually my boyfriend pays. Maybe this month around you will see it in my YouTube paycheck deductions. And then for TV, we actually don't watch TV. YouTube is basically our TV, so we don't have any subscriptions. The only subscription that we have is Spotify, and that my babe pays for. So if you're wondering where all these other expenses that usually natural people have, I don't have that, just because my partner takes care of part of that, and then some of that we just don't use. Like we don't have cable, and that's how we run our lives. So anywho, that is what my monthly necessities consist of. And now let me add it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put total right over here, and I'm gonna leave a little space just in case I forget anything, which I usually don't unless it's like the bills to pay, because monthly necessities are usually straightforward all the time. I know those to a T, and I don't derive from those numbers. So we're gonna go ahead and put $895 plus 57 plus 160 plus 140 plus 30 plus 60. So I'm looking at monthly necessities of $1342, which is basically almost an entire paycheck and then some. So $1,342 is what my monthly necessities look like. Now we're gonna move on to bills to pay. And bills to pay for me are basically my debt numbers. So my debt is what goes on here, and any miscellaneous bills that pop up that are not very natural for me to see constantly, but they just happen to be like today, like starting this month, I'm gonna start adding a gym month just because my health needs some improvement, and the gym is gonna help me improve the quality of my life, and it's practically an investment for myself. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to jot down is I do have my car insurance bill that just came in, and I want to make sure that this gets paid instantly when I have the money. So first I'm going to put car insurance because I'm going to prioritize that. So my car insurance looks to be $127, and we're just going to do that $127, and we're going to call it a day for that. Now we're going to move on to my gym fees because I think of my health as an investment, and that's my second priority. So I'm going to put gym membership. Of course, this is not necessary when you're on a debt-free journey, but since my quality of life is very important to me, this is going to be added to my budget, and this one is going to be $30 a month. Now we are going to now start listing all of my debts. And my debts, as you guys seen in my debt-free, my debt numbers, I'll link it up here in the cards, consist of, I believe, 5 credit cards, 1 personal loan, and student loans. So let's get started. So the first one that I have to pay is my credit union. And credit union is a $274 minimum payment monthly. Next, I have my mom's Bank of America. Previous to this, I was paying it, and then I took a 2-month gap because I did exchange a lump sum in for her, and then to continue to pay it. So that's why now you're starting to see my mom's Bank of America here. And if you're wondering why I pay for it, is because I used her credit card, but then also my mom is disabled, so I just like to help her out. So mom's Bank of America. And my contribution to that card is $50. Next, I have my Target and my Bank of America. And they're literally due on the same day. And these are $32 and $30 minimum payments. Next, I have a Best Buy, Citi card, JCPenney, and my student loan. So for Best Buy, it's a $45 minimum payment. For my Citi card, it is a $25 minimum payment. JCPenney is a $74 minimum payment, and my student loan is $140 deducted monthly on the 25th of every month. So that is what my bills are looking like. It's a lot. That is just all of my debt, my gym membership, and my car insurance, and that is what I'm needing to pay every single one. So let me go ahead and add that up. So then I have 127 plus 30 plus 274 plus 50 plus 32 plus 30 plus 45, 25, 74, and 140. I'm looking at a payment of $827 just on bills. So I'm gonna put my total down here, and it'll be $827. And that is how I manage my bills to pay category when I'm doing my whole July budget. Now we're going to move on to miscellaneous, and this is a catch-all for everything in between that is not your monthly necessities and it's not your debt or your bills to pay, but it's something you want to cash flow or something you want to fund, something that you want to do and still add to your budget just in case there's still that extra room to have to throw money at. And then this also can be a targeted savings goal, a targeted snowball payment. It can be anything. That's what I use this category for, mainly for my sinking funds, for cash flowing in advance, and charity. Okay, so for miscellaneous, I have sinking funds. I believe I have 6 sinking funds. It is medical, car maintenance, birthdays, holidays. I believe it's a treat yourself kind of thing, and then I, for the love of God, cannot remember the other one. But anywho, I know we have 6, so I'm gonna put sinking funds, 6 sinking funds. And I like to add $10 to each sinking fund every time I get paid. So 6 and 10 is 60, and then since it's a bi-weekly thing that I do, it's $120 that I like to at least have as something to add to every single time I get paid. Next, we're gonna do my shutdown. Now, I don't say this is a sinking fund because this can always go out of the way, you know, I can just stop it whenever. So this is shutdown. Everyone asks me what shutdown is, and this is just when my company shuts down for 2 weeks for FDA purposes to clean, remodel, and do anything to our facility after half a year of production. It's mandatory. You cannot not get that time off, and usually you do sick time or PTO. I just choose not to, since I do try to have a small savings for it. I fund that on my own, so like that I don't have to spend all my sick time on time that I know I'm gonna get off regardless. So I like to do $63, and since I get paid twice, it'll be $126 that I want to fund for the entire month. And that is just to hit my goal for the end of the year to have $1,200 for the one bi-weekly check that I will not have. Next, I have one event that I want to fund, and that is Disneyland. We are planning on going to Disneyland on July 9th, and I'm trying to fund this. Might not happen, might happen, but I'm trying to have $60 and then an additional 60, so 120. No, that's wrong. 60, yeah, it is 120. 120, so I can be comfortable going to Disneyland, and this will include for ticket, parking, and food, and maybe a souvenir. This is just something I want to cash flow. This might or might not happen depending how my finances look, but it's something I like to add. And I believe that is all the sinking fund miscellaneous categories that I want to fund this month. I don't think I have anything else except for a birthday, but I already have my birthday fund, so I don't have to dig into anything. And my shutdown is taken care of. This is the only cash flowing event that I want to happen, so that's what that category looks like. And let me go ahead and add it up as well. This sticker, I put it on here randomly. It came from an oopsie bag, an oopsie page, so not sure how why I added it, but we are gonna figure it out. So I'm gonna need a total of $366 to fund all of my miscellaneous needs or wants for the month. So let me go ahead and zoom out. So now if we take account $24.88, that's my base. There's nothing more than that. There's nothing more, there's nothing less than what this income looks like for July. So what I'm going to go ahead and subtract my monthly necessities in one go. I'm going to make sure that it will always be funded. So then I'm left with $1,146. Then I move on to the bills to pay, because these are what my responsibilities are if I want to be a decent human being and keep everything going in my life and not ruin, I don't know, my credit, my credibility. It doesn't even matter. So I'm going to go ahead and immediately pull out the $827 that will be needed to pay my bills. And I'm left with $319. And as you can see, my miscellaneous funds will not be able to be fully completed. So if I go ahead and take out $120 for my sinking funds and I take out my shutdown fund, I'm left with $73 to fund my Disneyland. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put a dash right over here. And I'm just going to put $73. Because that is how much my actual income will be able to fund. And that is it. That is my zero base dollar budget that I'm doing for the entire month of July. If anything goes in or out that I'm gonna foresee, like my YouTube paycheck or my mileage check or anything, everything will go then towards anything extra to fund Disneyland and then to fund a debt snowball. But for now, that has been my July budget for the entire month. And of course, this can go up, this can go down, some things can be removed, some things can be added, and I just wanted you guys to see the entirety of it all. And this sticker is so irrelevant because it's a zero-based budget. But anywho, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys understand how I budget, and it gave you a more clearer view of how I treat a month budget. Next off, maybe in 2-3 days, you will see a bi-weekly paycheck, and you're gonna see how I break that one paycheck into funding some of these in and out categories. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, you guys.